The iPhone 17 feels like the best standard iPhone in years. This is the iPhone most people should buy, especially since it keeps the same starting price but doubles the storage. But before we get there, let's dive into the features to see why it's the perfect phone. At first glance, the iPhone 17 doesn't rewrite Apple's design language, and honestly, it doesn't need to. It's still unmistakably an iPhone, just a touch bigger and a bit more refined. The build feels balanced and comfortable in the hand, with the same frosted glass back and matte sides, and polished camera bump if you're comparing it to the iPhone 16. This right here is the sage green color, in case you were wondering, and it's really grown on me. It's subtle, with a nice color shift as the light hits it, and if that's not your vibe, you can go for mist, blue, lavender, black, or white. The action button and camera control is here on the side, and the USB port is on the bottom, plus MagSafe on the back. Again, no radical redesign here, but it feels every bit as modern as the pricier models. Now, the big story with the iPhone 17 is the display. The 6.3-inch Super Retina XDR OLED screen finally gets ProMotion, and perhaps more importantly, always on. And this pretty much alone changes how the phone feels. Then here, while I'm scrolling, gaming, even swiping through photos, it's all buttery smooth now at up to 120 Hz, depending on the task really. To keep this bright, punchy panel protected, Apple used Ceramic Shield 2, which Apple says is 3 times more scratch resistant compared to last year's iPhone. All of that is paired with the A19 processor and the excellent vibrancy and richness of the Super Retina XDR screen. It all feels more responsive and instantaneous, whether that's navigating the liquid glass world of iOS 26, playing a AAA game, or swiping through photos. I even enjoyed watching films and TV episodes on the iPhone 17. Everything looked great, with excellent color reproduction and smooth visuals. Let's move on to the cameras, because this year, Apple gave the base iPhone a serious upgrade. You now get two 48-megapixel fusion cameras, a main and an ultra-wide, both capable of capturing sharper, more color-accurate shots with less edge distortion. The ultra-wide lens in particular is a big improvement. Colors look realistic, detail is rich, and there's far less warping at the edges. You can shoot at 0.5x, 1x, and 2x, or push to 10x digital zoom if you really need it. And while there's still no telephoto, overall image quality is fantastic for this tier. Portraits look clean, night mode is better, and the Photonic engine does its usual magic to blend 48-megapixel detail into 24-megapixel files. Up front, there's a new 18-megapixel center stage camera that automatically frames wide or ultra-wide, and even rotates from vertical to horizontal depending on the group. In other words, no more selfie Tetris. I know you all watching will know exactly what I'm talking about there. And then there's dual capture, which records with the front and rear cameras at once. It's genuinely fun, perfect for concerts, games, or family moments. Under the hood, the iPhone 17 runs Apple's A19 chip that's fast, efficient, and more than enough for daily life. The chip is made up of a 6-core CPU split between 2 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, a 5-core GPU with accelerators, and a 16-core neural engine. It's also a 3nm chip paired with a new display engine, which makes ProMotion and always on a reality here. And that's one of the best features. In everyday use though, everything's fluid. Apps open instantly, games like Asphalt 9 and Disney Speedstorm run smoothly, and it doesn't heat up as much as older models when using Apple Intelligence features. Speaking anecdotally, of course. On benchmarks, it's faster than the iPhone 16 and not far off from the A19 Pro inside the iPhone Air. You're getting pro-level performance for $799, and Apple even doubled the base storage to 256 gigs this year. Plenty of room for all your apps. Okay, time to talk about how the iPhone 17 is really holding up day to day. Apple still doesn't reveal the exact battery size inside, but it does promise up to 30 hours of downloaded video playback and up to 27 hours for streaming. That's a solid improvement year over year at 6 hours. In my month of testing, I consistently made it through a full day, even with the always-on display enabled and a few FaceTime calls thrown in. That's not quite iPhone 16 Plus territory, but nonetheless, it's reliable all-day battery life. If you're planning to be on the road, constantly shooting images, playing some games, or draining the battery with heavy workflows, you might find that you need to recharge it after 8 or 9 hours. I did encounter that, but the faster recharge times help mitigate this. There is, however, no official MagSafe battery pack for this iPhone model. That's exclusive to the iPhone Air. When it is time to charge, the new 40-watt fast charging is fantastic. About 50% in 20 minutes and 80% in under an hour. It can get warm during the initial ramp up, but it does cool down as it gets closer to finishing. So, should you buy the iPhone 17? If you're coming from an iPhone 14 or older, this is absolutely the year to upgrade. You're getting pro-level display tech, major camera improvements, and double the storage, all while Apple's managed to keep the $799 and £799 starting price. You can check out the links in the description for the best deals on the iPhone 17 as well. If you happen to have an iPhone 16 or 15, you can probably skip this one unless you really want the smoother display or sharper ultra-wide camera. But generally speaking, the iPhone 17 hits the sweet spot. Fast, fun, reliable, and easily the best value iPhone Apple has made in years. The iPhone 17 doesn't reinvent the iPhone. It perfects what the standard model should be, and that's exactly why it's so good.